So tell us about how this project began.
I was given the gift of a project a while ago to do a recipe session with patients that went really well, but what came out of it was that patients, although some recipes were useful, they didn't work for everyone, and the most powerful thing was learning that I'm not alone, I'm not the only one who's been through this difficult journey. So we thought about how we could apply that premise and build on that, and taking stories from patients today has been really, really powerful. You'll read inside the cookbook, it's not just about the recipes, this is about understanding this journey. You might be about to embark it, or you might be looking to come to the end of your own journey, but realising that you're not the only one who's been through it is the most important thing. We've been so lucky with the patients that we've had, and they've really, really done us such a great job, and we couldn't have done it without them.
And what's it like to now see the finished item in your hands, now that the students have put all their work together?
It's a complete relief. This has been this has been my thought baby since years ago, and I can't really believe it's happened. I wouldn't describe myself as a natural completer finisher, so having all of the people involved that we've had to actually make it happen has just been amazing in terms of really, well, look at it, it's beautiful. I'm very proud.
Claire, what's it like to finally have the cookbook in your hands?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's really, really wonderful. Not what I was expecting at all. Much more professional. Looks like a real cookbook. Feel a bit like Nigella.
And what's it been like to be part of the project?
Oh, it's been really, really good. Very therapeutic. Great to meet other patients. But it's something that I think's been really worthwhile to give to other patients who are just starting out on their recovery.
And what do your recipes involve?
The recipes are things that I kind of developed over the time of my recovery. The soup one was one of the first things that I made, because at one point that was all I could take was just liquids, and then gradually I could make the soup more chunky. And then the 3-bean bolognese started off as fried mushrooms, and then I would add onions, and then I tried adding other ingredients, and that's what it developed into over the space of a few months as I could tolerate more and more foods.
What do you hope people will get out of this book?
That there's light at the end of the tunnel. When I first met Beth, the speech and language therapist, I wasn't eating anything at all, and with her help, I can eat pretty much most things these days. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel once you've started your recovery, and I hope other patients can see that.
What was it like to take part in this project?
It was very surreal, I would say, purely because we got to learn about these cancer patients and all these different stories. It's amazing seeing them really healthy and on their feet, and not only that, we got to try their food, and it was just a different experience because you don't expect what cancer can cause, and we got to see the after effects and what they went through, and being able to photograph that was just amazing.
And what was it like to get to know them a little bit?
It was fantastic. We learned a lot about him, and with Keith, we learned about his favourite photographer and his favourite image. We even was able to take a photo of this big poster that he had of his favourite photographer and capture that, and we was able to give it him, and he has that as a memory.
Oh, that's really lovely for him as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it
and
is.
How do you feel now knowing that this piece of work will go and help other patients just like him?
To be fair, I feel really happy. It gives them an experience to look at and know that they're not the only ones out there, and be able to possibly even speak to whoever about it and be able to move forward with their recovery.
So tell us a little bit about Sunland Creatives.
Yes, the Sunland Creatives Agency was launched last January in partnership with the University of Sunderland to create real-life work experience for students who are studying a course under arts and creative industries, and it enables students to then work on commercial client projects at the same time as being supported through those projects by the professionals at Create.
And how have they been involved in this cookbook project?
So specifically this project, we had a third-year graphic design student who was commissioned to work on this project. He was commissioned right from the beginning in terms of the design, the layout, the look and feel, and he worked directly with Beth from the Trust. So it's absolutely fantastic for students to work on commercial projects, particularly this one. This is the first project that Liam has worked on for us, but actually to see that project all the way from the beginning right to physically having it in his hand now is unbelievable, and a fantastic case study for his portfolio.